what advice would you give to writers in terms of playing in one particular genre or expanding, casting a wider net in terms of the kinds of things that they're writing? Is it valuable for a writer to create especially one who's unrepresented, to create a voice and become known as somebody who's working in the horror space and be sort of innovative in that space? Or is it more valuable to have a wider variety of types of stories, to have stuff in different genres, different formats, vis-a-vis film and television? I'm curious what your thoughts are on that for newer writers.
I think you just got to write a lot. If you're over curatorial and you're trying to write for this market that doesn't exist, then you're missing out. I mean, if you go look at screenwriting, like anything, it's like being a great chef. It's not like a chef sits around and goes, what would be like my brand? It's like they're cooking and making and having people taste the work and they like it or not liking. It's just iterating. I
Yes.
mean, so I think it's just generating material, getting a trustworthy cabal of people that you can hand material to that are like your brain trust, have them read that, give notes, work on it, and then move on to the next material. Sometimes I see someone that's like, been working on the script for 5 years. 5 years? That's a lot of time. You could have written 5 scripts, maybe. So like I
Yeah.
would just make sure that you're consuming a lot of movies and TV shows and books and comics and podcasts. Like if you want to write a rom-com or you want to write a Western, I think for me, my point of view is go on Letterboxd and not just look at the top 10 in your specific area that you're writing a story in. Write things that are or watch things that are weirder and different, or like watch foreign films, watch movies that weren't amazing. Because I think sometimes people are like, oh, I only want to watch A24 films. That's great. They make great films. But what about a movie that's imperfect, which does interesting things? So I think it's like, how do you expand your vocabulary so you could compete against other people? Because the deeper you dive into these genres and you could expand your point of view, in a way, you're going against the person who has a limited point of view, who hasn't watched all those movies and TV shows and read those books in the genre and really got into it. And then you could access something specific. You could be more unique with your tone because you know what's been out there. You can do more misdirection because you know what the tropes are. And it's not just going, I've lived a life. I'm interesting. I'm going to access my life. Great, access your life, but now you have the vocabulary to talk about.